The Elon Taco Trump feud has taken a bombshell twist, so get ready. You're going to want to have DoorDash bring you snacks during this report. Pour a glass of wine while you're at it. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. So, the past 24 hours have seen the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk explode in spectacular fashion. It's like the Real Housewives of Washington, D.C. just took over the news. Which is all too appropriate given that President Taco wants his administration to function like a reality show. And come to think of it, maybe Housewives DC edition isn't a bad thing either. It would finally give Melania something to do. But I digress. Check out this recap of the Musk-Trump catfight that has lit up social media, sent Republicans in Washington into a tailspin, further jeopardized Trump's budget bill, and made a whole lot of Democrats reach for the popcorn.
A public fight between the President of the United States and the world's richest man started with Musk slamming Trump's spending plan as wasteful, urging his millions of followers to call their elected officials. Trump clapping back.
He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate.
Musk was lockstep with the president through much of the campaign trail and for the first 130 days of this second term. He spent $288 million to help get Trump back to the White House. Trump suggesting he didn't need Musk.
I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway.
Musk then immediately responding online, writing, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election." The back and forth escalated. At one point, Musk suggesting Trump should be impeached before posting this personal attack, writing, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public." Trump has denied any involvement with Jeffrey Epstein, but his name has appeared in Epstein's address book and on flight logs, details widely reported in past years. The president was asked about Musk's comment.
Mr. President, any response to Elon Musk?
But he did not answer. Trump later threatened to cancel government contracts with Musk's businesses such as SpaceX. After Trump's threat, Musk said he's cutting off NASA's use of the SpaceX Dragon rocket, but later walked that back in an apparent de-escalation before calling it a night.
Kind of incredible, isn't it? I'm loath to think of another Washington feud that has taken on such levels of rhetoric or perverse humor. Even when Teddy Kennedy challenged President Carter for the nomination back in 1980, it didn't get this ugly. And that was a low point in American politics. And it wasn't nearly as entertaining either. And that last twist about Musk claiming that the real reason the Epstein files haven't been released is because Trump was actually heavily involved with the convicted sexual predator, possibly even a client for his procurement of underage women, seems to have really gotten under Trump's skin somehow. For more on that, check out our other videos here on the channel. For the sake of this story, you need to know that Trump promised to release the files but has not done so, prompting all kinds of ire from conspiracy theorists. Now, amid Musk's allegation, more evidence has just come to light. Late yesterday, journalist Michael Wolff, who has authored a series of scathing insider accounts of Trump's campaigns and his dysfunctional White House, with Trump's actual participation no less, has added fuel to the Epstein fire. While speaking on the Daily Beast podcast, he dropped this bombshell.
But Elon today dropped an absolute bomb. It may not be a total nuclear bomb. That's in Trump's camp. But he dropped the bomb of Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. What does he mean?
I mean, it is the nuclear. I mean, I think it has been, and it is that I mean, it's an issue that I'm particularly interested in because I've been involved in it. And actually, I've been the one who has dropped the bomb or tried to drop the bomb because it's absolutely true. I mean, Donald Trump, here is the story hiding in plain sight for a very long time now. Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump were the best of friends for a very long time, for 15 years. They shared girlfriends, they shared airplanes, they shared business strategy, they shared tax advice, or it's actually they shared how to not pay taxes. They were inseparable. And as I've said on the Daily Beast podcast and in other venues, I have seen the pictures of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein's girls. together.
Last November, just before the election, we ran tapes that you had provided us of Jeffrey Epstein talking extremely intimately about Donald Trump. What are the specifics in the files that they won't release?
I mean, the files, and I don't know if Elon knows, the idea of files may be, it may be something specific, including those pictures, which were in all probability in the safe when the FBI came and raided Jeffrey Epstein's house after he was arrested. So perhaps that's one of the things that Elon is very specifically referring to. But I think in general, it could also be the Epstein file writ large. In the scope of the Jeffrey Epstein life intersects with the Donald Trump life in a very meaningful, in fact, profound way. These guys kind of made each other.
And Donald Trump is obviously very sensitive about this relationship now.
Completely. Actually, when interviewed Trump at one point, and, they sort of, the people around him ask you, just give us an idea of the topics. And I gave a whole bunch of topics, and including Epstein. And all of the other topics, they've said, fine. But if you ask about Epstein, he will end the interview and you won't get anything.
Have you ever spoken to him about Epstein?
I said once to him, we know someone in common.
So, the plot thickens. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were very close friends for 15 years. That's a matter of public record. So, did Trump stage Epstein's 2019 suicide to protect himself? Is that what the files Elon refers to hold? Probably not. Much more likely is that Trump knew about Epstein's sex crimes but did nothing, or that he participated in them himself. That is likely the bombshell Wolff and Musk refer to here. Now, it's easy to dismiss Elon Musk since he's a drugged-out lunatic with an axe to grind. That said, he did have unfettered access to all kinds of government secrets during his time at Doge. It's also easy to dismiss Michael Wolff, whose reporting occasionally veers toward the gossipy and salacious. But remember, Wolff also had incredible access to the Trump White House and countless staffers. He also predicted the falling out between Trump and Musk, as well as that Trump is actually a major figure in the Epstein files. So what's the truth? Well, we won't know until the files are released, and the longer Trump sits on them, the more he holds back, the guiltier he's going to look. The saga of Musk and Taco is far from over, but it looks like Elon just won this round. Remember when I said to order some snacks? Order extra. This is Occupy Democrats.